Kevin is a sick son of a. He's a nightmare from hell, and I wish that never lived next door to me. Kevin has wreaked havoc on my mental stability, my way of living, my peace of mind, and he's wreaked havoc on this cul-de-sac. Kevin ripped out the flowers out of the planter box. The garden hose was stolen, a sprinkler was stolen, the American flag was stolen right off the pole. That was very suspicious because he was the only one that we were having problems with. That led to me having to install surveillance cameras on my house for protection. The vandalism stopped after I had the camera installed. Kevin installed surveillance cameras, but Kevin only installed his cameras only after I installed mine. Kevin installs one on the front of his garage, then he installs this one right here, and then he installs the other two in the back. That camera right over on Kevin's roof that points straight into my pool deck area. I have no privacy. I can't swim in my pool because I see a camera. Kevin installed a floodlight to shine in my bedroom window at night to keep me up. I thought the fence would give us some privacy, but I was dead wrong. I moved into this house 12 years ago. I did not have any problems with Kevin at first. About 2 or 3 months after Kevin moved in, he was asking me to go out and get some drinks with him, and I told Kevin no. I guess he didn't handle the rejection very well, and that's when the vandalism and the theft started. After the theft and the vandalism, that's when Kevin started following me. Kevin would get in the vehicle when he would see me getting into my vehicle, and he would follow me out of the neighborhood. Kevin has verbally harassed me and verbally threatened me. Kevin yells at us, he cusses at us. Kevin does make obscene hand gestures. He'll go like this. He'll go like this. I have tried to work it out with Kevin several times. I offered mediation 3 times, and every time Kevin declined. When I tried to talk to Kevin, Kevin just stood there and said, "F you." Kevin has said to me, "You're a dead You're going down." I feel like a prisoner in my home. I'm intimidated to go outside for fear that I'm going to be videotaped or pictures are going to be taken of me. I'm fed up with living like this.
What's gone wrong? What's the deal?
Kevin, basically, he's making our lives a living hell.
And you never had any problems with anybody before him?
Oh yeah, I have. Like I said, I'm not an angel. I have argued with other neighbors.
You say he's tried to run you down with the car?
Yes, he has, actually. He literally tried to.
You say that he files false affidavits, stalked, harassed you, feels rejected, has thrown rocks at your house, stolen things from your house, pointed a gun at you and a friend?
Yes.
What kind of gun?
I don't know. It looked like a gun.
Pistol or a rifle?
A little hand one.
Okay. He tried to push your friend's car into oncoming traffic with them in it?
Yes.
So he didn't like your friends either?
Well, I was in the car with my friend when he
Okay.
tried to do that.
Have you done anything to bring this on?
Verbally. Verbally, I stood out there and argued with him and cussed at him and yelled, and probably that wasn't the right thing to do. I know that now.
Well, why did you do it?
Because, well, after he got rejected, just things started happening with the house, you know, the property and the theft and the vandalism, which that's why I had to put the surveillance camera in. And it just progressed from that to the stalking. And I just literally stood there and kept arguing with him. I don't remember exactly what, but he was trying to provoke me to get me to say something to him. That's why I went, ha 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 ha, at him to tune him out, so I would not literally start saying stuff to him.
But on those other tapes, we had to block you out for what you were saying. I mean, that was
agree.
bleep, 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 you bleep, bleep, bleeper.
Yes. I don't deny it. I said I have cussed at him, but I mean, only after he has started with me first.
Are you a litigious person?
No.
I mean, do you like suing people?
No, I do not. No, but I am suing him and his girlfriend and the other neighbor because they set me up and they lied on me and got me arrested. So.
But you don't consider yourself litigious?
No, I do not. I have sued like a dry cleaner for messing up a brand new sweater.
Well, actually, I have a list of the lawsuits that you filed here, and I count over...
Civil suits, you mean?
I count over
Small
20.
Claims. Small claims?
you sued a bake body shop, whatever that is.
Yes, for screwing up my car.
Case was dismissed.
Because we resolved it.
You sued one of the neighbors, case dismissed. You sued a physical therapy and insurance company, case dismissed. You sued another neighbor, case dismissed. You sued some logistics company, case dismissed. You sued another neighbor, case dismissed. You sued Kevin, case dismissed. You sued Kevin again, case dismissed. You sued Kevin again, found not guilty of indirect criminal contempt. I'm just...
The physical therapy...
I mean, this is the...
And
this
logistics.
is the printout from the courthouse there. That's where we got it.
Right, but that's on my behalf from my attorney. The logistics, the physical therapy when I was on the job, injured on the job.
Okay,
those were filed on my behalf, not my doing.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 lawsuits against your neighbors. I have a question for you before I get to them. Are you a bully?
I don't think I'm a bully, but I mean, verbally, I do stand up for myself. And I said before, and I'll say it again, I have been aggressive verbally, but I've never been physically violent with any of these neighbors or anybody else.
You're saying that the deputies are ignorant and belligerent and non-responsive. It sounded to me, just from a little clip I heard, that they were saying, lady, give it a rest. We've got real crime going on out here. Are you using the police to harass them and they're saying, hey, enough's enough, lady?
I don't think so, because I feel if I need the police to respond if something happens, that's their job. It's for my safety as well as everyone else's, right?
Did I just hear you threaten to call the state attorney's office where your sister works and file an internal complaint on one of them? Is that not a bully?
No, I didn't say I was going to call the state attorney's office on the cop. I said my sister works there. I'm going to see what can be done about this matter, and I am going to file an internal affairs complaint.
I thought you weren't going to do that anymore.
Huh? No, this was back then. This is last year. This is June 10th.
I'd like to speak to Stacy. What has been your experience in the neighborhood?
Myself, I've only experienced Kerry when I've been outside in front of my house. My house faces the cul-de-sac, and she would continue to use profanity, flick the bird, whatever she needs to do. This all stems from basically I'm friends with one of her neighbors, and my daughter is best friends with the neighbor's daughter.
And your
so
daughter
we
is
become targets.
Your daughter is Caitlin?
Yes, it is.
And Caitlin, you were chased in a car. Tell me about that.
Kerry told John to go get us in his car, and we were chased all the way down the road to my house.
Now that is a blatant lie. That never, ever happened. This girl is bringing herself into our neighborhood problems. They don't live in the neighborhood, but the neighbors on the other side wants to bring them into this problem. And it's getting worse. More and more of them are getting into it that should not be getting into it.
They live at the end of the cul-de-sac.
They don't live in our neighborhood. We live on the cul-de-sac. They live
that's all
across
a lie.
the highway.
All right, who's...
And you go through there every day in and out of your neighborhood.
Stacy lives across the road in another neighborhood. Stacy and Caitlin do not live in our neighborhood. Okay, but they bring themselves
we were home the day the father chased them down the road.
They literally bring themselves into it when they should not be getting into it.
All right, Carolyn, what do you want to say?
We were home the day that John chased those girls down the road, and we saw exactly what happened, and we called to find out what had happened. Well. Kevin was home as well that day.
This will be Donna and Larry's house. That's the neighbors that I think are crazy. I have a problem with my neighbors, Donna and Larry.
It is a very nasty situation that we're having to live next door to people who cannot be reasoned with.
My idiot neighbors have a faulty septic tank. Our driveway gets flooded, and the problem is their septic tank. It's not draining right, and there's no way there's not part of their waste in my driveway.
Misty is lying about everything she is saying about me. Misty and Joe just have an unlevel driveway and water stands there.
We've taken pains to make sure that it's not our septic draining on the driveway.
The smell is what's bad. I mean, this is my living room. I like to keep my doors open and you get the breeze of like you're sitting in a porta potty. I just don't want to smell their 4 or 5 days after we called the county on their septic tank, my husband noticed the side of his truck was caked with grass, mud.
My husband Larry did not spray grass clippings on Joe's truck on purpose.
It was an accident, and I did apologize, and I did offer him $20.
One day, Donna planted 3 bushes on what I consider my property. I believe that she was planting those there to piss me off, and I believe it worked. I was livid. It was about 1 to 2 foot off the side of my driveway. I said, whore, I will pull those plants up. They're parked on my property.
I heard yelling and screaming and hollering at my wife about the property line and that we're planting bushes on their property. We got the paperwork out, and I showed that we were within 6 inches of our property.
I had a surveyor come out and flag all the corners. My property line is right here. So they would have a good, clear understanding of where the property lines are. Those plants died because I believe Misty or my neighbors poisoned them.
They're just crazy people.
I would like Dr. Phil to put her in a deserted island so she can't torture anybody.
In my opinion, this is a black and white story. I'm right, they're wrong. And I want Dr. Phil to tell them they're wrong.
How's your septic tank working?
Brand new.
Brand new?
We had it fully replaced.
Fully replaced. Is it still flooding you?
Well, we haven't any rain, and so I don't know if it's flooding. I know it won't smell anymore.
So what's the problem?
It's not just been one thing, their septic tank. It's been numerous things.
What's your payoff for this angst between you? What do y'all get out of this?
We don't get
We want her
anything.
to leave us alone. We want her to quit calling the county on us for little things that don't count. Quit calling the sheriffs
septic tank
for.
that smells? I'm sorry.
Okay,
your
that's
septic-
fixed.
Right, great.
Drop it.
It was just fixed 3 days ago.
Last week.
Right.
We were in the process of
Right.
fixing it for the last month
Then
and a
you
half.
sprayed mud and water all over
That
the
was an
side of my
accident,
husband's
and we
truck.
didn't even know y'all called
How
the
could
county
you,
at the
how
time.
could you? No, we didn't call the county. We called the sheriff, and they pressed charges against you for criminal mischief because there's no way that was an accident. You sprayed it from the bottom to the top of his truck.
I had my
mud
flap up, and I
mud.
hit a ditch
Unless
in the
you
water.
were-
Look,
unless you were,
there's a dip right
look.
there.
No, look at it on this
There's a
way.
dip
pointing
right there.
towards the driveway. The only way he got grass on our side of the driveway is right there by
If
the
I
truck.
did it on purpose, then why would I go over there, knock on your door, apologize, and offer Joe
Because
$20?
the police came to your door and you ignored them.
I never even knew anything until I got something in the paper, in the mail.
Do you just kind of like a good fight?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do.
Yeah, you just kind of like stirred up and getting a good fight, don't you?
Yeah. If I feel like I'm in the right.
Yeah, well, there you go. So this is just a good fight, right?
No, no.
The only reason that you would be this energized about this is because it's a great sport for you.
I dealt with our septic system and the smell for I don't know how many years. We called the county. All this stuff, this bush planting, the dog, that all
They
happened.
probably should have fixed that
all
sooner.
happened years ago.
If that was a problem,
But
they
the
probably should have
problem
fixed it sooner,
was,
but it's fixed.
We called the county, and Larry come to my door at 10:30 at night trying to get my 14-year-old to come outside because some truck was parked on his property. Well, we had about 12 teenagers over at my house.
But you know, we have to coexist.
But what Larry
so
said to
adults
me-
have to work together, adult to adult.
He came to me. I'm minding my own business. I can stay in my house. I have a ton of family. I'm good. He came to my house because he claims a truck was parked on his property because he's going to pay me back because he had to replace a $5,000 septic tank.
Well, if you feel like she got you turned in to the county and you wound up having to spend $5,000, hey, you know.
Oh, well.
I'm not worried about it.
So
First of all,
the
they-
house will be worth more when you sell it. It's got a new septic tank. I mean,
Yes, exactly. I just wanted to leave us alone.
And
That's
the
all I
thing
care
is,
about.
and if you don't mind me saying this, is that when we do get rain, she's going to see that she's still going to have green, stinky water in her driveway.
But I'm not going to have smell.
You will.
We'll see.
well, you
Then
will or
call
you
the
won't.
county.
You will.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to be us. You can't blame
You
it
see
on
what
us.
we live with?
Will you leave them alone?
Sure.
I mean, just really.
I'll look at him right now. I have no problem. Don't come to my door, please. We can live. I can live for the next 20 years. I'm good. You know, your tractor gets stuck in your ditch the other
Excuse
day,
me.
3
Hold on
weeks
a second.
ago,
Hold on a second.
and I helped.
Hold
Do
on a
you
second.
remember that? That's me reaching out to you. Did I help pull that tractor out?
Sure, and then you
But
turn
you're
around
gonna
and call the county. Again. And the sheriff. Again.
Hold it.
2 more times
I'm
since
sorry,
then,
my
actually.
bad.
Hold it. Would that be a yes? You'll leave them alone?
Yes.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.